Today, December 5th, 2019. This is an addendum to December 4th, 2019. Year 1954, I was carrying papers for the Detroit Times Mirror, Detroit Times newspaper, 1954, and on a trip to New York City. I and approximately 105 other carriers in the state of Michigan. I had 300 newspapers to carry 7 days a week. Be this as it may, we left Will Run Airport at Detroit, Michigan. Flew into New York City, and it was a 5-day trip. And I decided I'd heard about this guy, Albert Einstein. So I crossed the George Washington Bridge into New Jersey and went to Princeton University and walked in and asked, I wish to meet Mr. Einstein. I've since learned that we philosophers, major or minor, refer to each other, whether they're professors or doctors, as Mr. So they wanted to know why. I said, well, I've heard a lot about this man. I want to meet him, and just so happens he was in the Department of Advanced Theoretical Physics, and he was in his study. He didn't have a class, so I had a chance to meet with him, and he was really a humorous man. Let me give a caveat by saying to understand Einstein's speed variance in horse racing only requires a 6th grade education. That's the way we simplified it to a 6th grade educational level. Dr. Einstein, or actually Mr. Einstein, made a mistake. Was a very humorous person, and I had a chance to meet with him. And before leaving, I asked for a memento that I had met him. And yes, I'm wearing one of his hats. This is a hat worn by Mr. Einstein, whom I met in 1954 at Princeton University. He admonished me not to wear it until I had a clear understanding of his principles and what relativity theory was all about. And I promised him I would not. So as the years went by, of course, on April 18th, 1955 was the date that he died. And the biggest font, so the biggest headline I'd ever seen was Einstein Dies. And that's what started my quest on learning about this man and his theories, special and general relativity principles. As a result, one, as mentioned earlier, a 6th grade education. My module, our module, I should say, is written at a 6th grade level. Race courses are nothing but minor universes, single closed systems without parts. They have curved surfaces, etc., etc. As mentioned earlier, on the December 4th YouTube, I mentioned about, I failed to mention about curved surfaces. Racetracks are only miniature universities. They're curved surfaces. Now, the data is all in a daily racing form for the track variance. It was done a likelihood by geophysicists, and those variants are accurate. So one need not to worry about the accuracy of the variance. And yes, this is my memento. I'm wearing it. This is a hat worn by Mr. Einstein himself. It was presented to me in 1954 at Princeton, the Department of Advanced Theoretical Physics. As I mentioned earlier, all that's required is a sixth grade education. I thought I'd mention that as a caveat to my earlier dissertation. But anyway, Aristotle had 6 steps to this scientific method. 2,000 years later, Sir Francis Bacon reduced it to 3. Algorithms are just 3 parts. Of course, you can have extended algorithms, but mine is, or ours, are just based in what's called surface conditions, distance, and the caliber of horse that a particular jockey is mounting. Anyway, my name's Harrison Whitney. I can be reached at area code 248-818-3461. Everything is verifiable in the daily ration form, or actually you have a copy of the book. And it's, I can't mention everything is verifiable. I had discussions with the world's most renowned Einstein scholar, Dr. Mendel Sachs at the State University of New York at Buffalo, and we have a discussion. That document is in the volume, Self-Instructional Module, actually done at Office of the Vice President with Academic Research at Wayne State University, at which I was an instructor from '89 to '92 while working on a doctorate dissertation. Well, at the races, you'll be within the 1% of those who actually can earn a living at the track. When I worked at Silicon Valley in California for 5.5 years, that's how I earned my living while working for Motorola and Western Electric at Sunnyvale, California. But any questions, my California exchange is 323-648-9843. Good luck at the races, and hopefully this addendum will add a greater thrust to your purchase of the book. My name is Harrison Whitney. Give me a call anytime, any questions. Thank you, and good luck at the races. Thank you.